Tell you what, YouTube is slow this morning.
Yeah.
There, it finally switched over. Hello, everybody. Good morning. It is 12:01. Actually, good afternoon. 12:01 on December 5th, 2024. This is a rare Ken Style Live on a Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. Morning for most of the world, but afternoon for me.
Yeah.
There, it finally switched over. Hello, everybody. Good morning. It is 12:01. I am the Echo, or is it I am the Walrus? No, I was the Echo. I forgot I had mine on, and I took care of that. We have Darren and Tony with us already over in the Zoom chat. Good to see you gentlemen there. I also want to thank
hmm
Tony Wallow. He gifted 5 memberships earlier this morning to Gary's Kitchen, Ski Man, BH Ringer, Ghetto Fortnite, and Official Tim Tech. I also want to thank Rick Lakes for a $5 super chat contribution to the channel. Well, this was short lived. See you tonight. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Tony. Thank you very, very,
Welcome.
very much. Let's see here. Rick was first, 15 degrees above and breezy. I just checked ours. We are 21 with the wind chill factor, making it feel like it's 10 degrees. I have to rethink my breakfast plans once this stream is over. I got to take Mrs. K to breakfast because we did not go this morning. Tony was second. AJ was third. AJ was watching the experimental replay that was, quote, live, unquote. And she asked if it was live. It was technically not live, but it was broadcasted as a live stream. It was just a looping video over and over and over. And it didn't, it was only like 41 seconds in length. So it doesn't take long to figure out it's a looping stream. I did it as a test, and when I ended it, it had a massive 65 views. 9 of those were average. Total watch time, 25 hours, 29 minutes. So, from the watch hours perspective, it was a success. A looping video, I gained 25 watch hours. That's a lot of watch hours. So from the perspective of that, it was good. The other 50% thing that I look at, 23-minute was the average watch, and it was 10 hours and 60 minutes in duration. So it was a success. It was a successful failure. I think if I can find the right content, and I am going to poke fun at myself on the next one I do, and it's going to be me poking fun at me. Only one of me. I'm not going to try to clone me. Although maybe I should try to clone me and poke fun of myself. I don't know. We will see. That catches us up on the. I like the crowns. I like the crowns. Oh, Burger King. Okay. No, we're not going to Burger King. She wanted to go to IHOP this morning. And I think if it wasn't trash day, and I think if I didn't not get much sleep last night, we would have went, because I figured if we go to lunch or breakfast, I don't get back in time to get the trash can set out. So rushed home to do that, got that done, and she was pretty happy about that. Looking at chat here, Long Dog is. I like the croissants they have for breakfast. They're pretty good. I do have to admit that. I don't eat at the one here locally though. It's on the never eat at ever again list. McDonald's. Last time we had there, we tried out their Big Chicken McChicken Mac, whatever it was called. It was horrible. Your image is mirrored on YouTube, so I can't read my shirt. It just says so over it. I buy t-shirts at Walmart for their price. I don't buy them for what they say. Don't know if that went out over there or not. That was a text message from my little sister. I'll read it in a minute. Let me go see if I can remember how to do this. I'll get it unmirrored. I think I can. Most of you have figured out by now, Doug is not doing a stream today, so I am doing a stream, and I do kind of plan on doing it Tuesdays and Thursdays. On the days that he right now is not doing a stream, I'm going to jump on the opportunity to have about a 30-minute stream and just fill in the time, basically. No, I'm not going for the 500 videos this year. I think at one point in time at the beginning of the year, I needed to have 2.8 per day. That's 3 a day, and that's just nearly impossible to do. There we go. Yes, Long Dog. I am standing in for Live Windows and his primetime audience. Yeah, more or less. Now, whether that translates over or not, I'm not sure, because I have 12 people watching right now, and at this time, Doug would be plus 30, almost 40 people watching. So it was suggested by a Zoom homie, and I pondered it for a moment. The 5 Kins. I tried a cloning thing that wasn't too successful, and I do intend on doing another one. I've got some ideas that I want to do with the cloning, if you will, thing. I just got to get better at making it stitch itself together. Oh, good golly. I charge these things all night and the battery levels are low. That's a sign. I don't know what's going on. I like these earbuds, and if I've got to replace them, I will. But for right now, this one's working just fine. This one over here just said its battery levels are low, which is kind of cool because they got independent batteries for each, the left and the right ear. Glancing through chat, Wintermute's in chat. Hello, Wintermute. Keith, you ought to be able to read the shirt now. It just says so over it. It was like $3 at Walmart. The price, you can't beat a $3 t-shirt, and they're pretty durable. I've had this one for a couple years now, and it's not shrunk or whatever the proper verbiage is, and it doesn't have any holes in it. A lot of my t-shirts, they get holes right up around the collar here, and I end up usually not using them as t-shirts anymore. Not while I'm streaming. I'll still wear them around the house and do yard work and whatnot, but I don't. I do have a little bit of, as my dad would say, couth to me. Well, I eat so fancy. She wants to go to IHOP, so we're going to go to IHOP. That's what she wants to do. An egg, fried onion, mushroom, cheddar, cheese omelet. That sounds really good. That sounds very good, actually. Going to be a low-tech show. Yeah. I could figure out how to bring my email, or no, channel comments. I could figure out a way to do that. I'm sure I honestly didn't think the way I did the 10-hour test was going to work. I did it through OBS, and I did not start that video. It's pretty cool how that worked. I didn't think it would. It did. So that's good. That's just one less thing I have to have running, because if it worked once, it'll work again. I got to charge this battery. That's why I just took this out of my ear. Hopefully, this will catch on, and more homies will join us, or more people will join us on the Zoom panel, and that'll be a good thing. Not that having Darren and Tony here is a bad thing, because it's not. It's absolutely fantastic. Tony usually does not stick around during a live stream, so I appreciate him hanging around today. Could one of you guys say something so I can get an audio check over off Zoom, please? Over across YouTube? Okay. Am I still being heard on Zoom? Darren, are you still... Okay, so Darren's there. Yeah, the mixer shows he's going out. I forgot to start SpeakerBot. See, it's Thursday. It's a Doug Betts show. There's no SpeakerBot. Hello, Jeff.
Yeah, well, since you insisted.
Oh, I did. According to OBS, it is going out and working and functional, so that's good. And it's only 11 minutes late on StreamerBot and SpeakerBot. They should work now. if somebody would like to give that a shot. It should actually be working now. I think I can close this one. That was the 12
Jeff
hour
Riemann
thing.
said goodbye, Ken.
Yep, Jeff Ryman said goodbye, Ken. So it is working. It is functioning. And I had a missed call out of Escondido, California. Interesting. I only know about 2 people in Escondido, California. I don't recognize either one of the numbers. But since I muted the phone, I didn't hear it ring. Anybody got anything they would like to? Hey, here we go. Now we're. Oh, Jeff Pearl. I got the 2 Jeffs, and you guys finally got it right. One's on the left, one's on the right. Did you find
No,
it, guys?
we're right beside each other.
Isn't that weird how Zoom does that? Now, Howdy Mrs. K came in after Jeff joined. Jeff just now showed up on my stream, and I am monitoring it on Firefox. I'm kind of wanting to get a feel for the ads, and that's another experiment that's coming up starting next Monday, maybe Sunday. I haven't decided yet. I'm actually going to turn the ads off during the live stream. No interruptions, to see if that increases my viewership or not. After it's done being, then I'll turn the ads back on. 2 things are going on with that. Hello, Rick.
Hello.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you for the $5 super chat contribution to the channel.
Yeah,
Say,
you're
better
welcome.
watch those ads. You might lose a nickel someplace.
Yeah, I'll probably lose about 2/10 of a penny somewhere, 2/100ths of a penny. But that's the other thing. I want to see the impact of viewership, and I want to see the impact of, does it decrease as it should, or does it increase as it should not, the amount of pennies that I make based off of not showing him while it's live. I know a couple of the people that I'm subscribed to and I watch religiously. It seems to me like every 2 or 3 minutes there is an ad. And not just one ad. We're talking 1 of 3, 1 of 4, long ads. Still skippable at this point in time, even though I've heard a rumor YouTube is doing away with skippable ads. It's just, I'm sure it's just a rumor. I don't know. If you hear anything about that or do any research on that, Wintermute, I would appreciate being told. So, Grey Gasket not to be Da Vinci. I do have some cool things to show you on Da Vinci. Darren and I were messing around last night with Da Vinci, and I found a way to do the same thing 2 different ways, one of which is in the edit page, one of which is in Fusion. And the Fusion takes, obviously, Fusion nodes, and I personally can't see that there's that much of a big difference, but I'm taking a 2D image and putting it in a 3D plane. It works. It's pretty cool. And I did stumble a little bit, and I think it's because I was tired and not thinking. The first one I did looks really good. It's a picture. It's a picture of a window frame, and you're looking out, and as you look out, you see 3 more things, and it looks to be relatively in perspective, and it looks to be relatively 3-dimensional. It's not. It's just 2-dimensional in a 3D plane. Then no clue. Sorry, no problem, Wintermute. That's no problem. Then I did it in the edit page, and looks the same to me. So that's coming up. That might be Tuesday's show, although Greg doesn't want it to be about Da Vinci. Gotta have something. Gotta have something. You know, the one thing I do want to figure out, and I know there's people that know in the Zoom homies. I know there are people that know how to do this, to show the chat like Doug does. My guess off the top of my head would be pop the chat out, create a source in OBS, and then switch to that source. That would be my guess. I might try that one of these. That might be Tuesday's show. We'll see how this goes. I'm perfectly cool if Doug comes back at the first of the year and he goes back to 5 days a week and Saturday. Fine with me. Anybody got anything they would like to talk about, either in chat or on the Zoom panel?
Too early in the morning.
Yeah, it is. What is it, 9:15 for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too early in
Just
my
got up
morning,
An
too.
hour ago.
I woke up at 11:30 my time, which is really odd because I swear I set the alarm for 11:45. Which was fine because that gave me time to get up, make coffee, take my meds, get prepared. Prepared. Yeah, I was late with the stream. Wonder Mutant drops a link over in chat. Now I could also. I don't want to totally emulate Doug's show, but I could go set this up to where when I click on this link, YouTube responds to the accusation that's been hiding the skip button on that. All right. Cool. I will check that out later. Recently, the internet was worried that YouTube was phasing out the skip button on ads. It turns out that's not really true. Okay, I'll check that out afterwards here. Now, where did my stream go? Currently, there's 12 people watching. Currently, it's been up to 15. I did find another way to actually check this while I'm live, so that could be fun. Long Dog, why is that?
No.
How about the subject of health insurance and reading the policy? Yeah,
No.
no. Yeah, the census is no. That's going to fall in. That's going to be the fourth thing that we're probably not ever going to talk about live. We can maybe discuss it afterwards when the show is over. No. Insurance and Medicaid and Medicare right now are not good subjects for me. Do what, Jeff?
This is probably on mine, but I have a spinning circle.
You're on Firefox or Google?
Firefox.
Okay. Mrs. K's Firefox is
Well,
not.
my whole system has been slow this morning. I think it's probably something with my internet.
Yeah, I have 0 drop frames right now. I have 71.
I'm gonna
90
refresh
bits
Firefox.
per second, kilobits per second, so that's good. CPU
Well, I
is
just-
running at 10%. We are turning this into tech.
Right.
Have you guys had the problems of your entire Google Chrome crashing like Carrie has?
No.
Complaining about that lately.
I have
Never.
not.
Yeah, I just right click to refresh my whole YouTube thing.
Yeah.
It's still trying to refresh
Huh.
my screen, so
Off of Firefox?
obviously something on my end.
Yeah, I got Mrs. K's. I've got Firefox running on Mrs. K. In fact, I will go in here and put a comment on Mrs. K and say good morning to everyone. That's not Mrs. K.
Oh,
This is not Mrs. K. Oops.
this is where my task manager says both Firefox and Zoom power usage is very high.
What?
Yeah, what am I using on my? Here.
Actually, a bright orange warning.
Wow. How much RAM?
Weird.
Well, I just brought up my task manager. It says service host Windows camera frame server. Never heard of it. Very high. OBS browser page execute. Very high. There's 2 of those. Zoom
So right now,
meetings.
just
Very high.
between Zoom. Well, I do have my email running as well, but it's not.
I've
But,
got Firefox is running. OBS is running. Zoom is running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs on Google are running. But I have 3 that keep bouncing from the. Now 4 now that go very high, then it jumps down to high, and then back to very high. Firefox shows high to moderate, moderate to high, however you want to put it.
Okay, Firefox. Yeah, I'm still about. I don't know what's going on. For a while, between Firefox and Zoom, it was consuming 1/3 of my CPU and memory.
Wow.
This is on a 10-core system,
Oh, okay.
which is
Still,
weird.
that's high. Yeah, that's high.
Long Dog is suggesting you close Firefox and restart it. May not have updated. Yeah, that's the weird thing about Firefox. It just automatically updates itself. I think Google Chrome.
I've got mine set so it won't update.
Oh, okay. I need to get with you and figure out how to set hers that way, or mine that way, or that one that way. Cause
Well, you have to do something when you install the update.
oh,
There's
Okay.
a box that you uncheck where it says it can update in the background automatically.
Okay. I'll look into that. Yes,
And
Long
also
Dog. Well, I
the
did
spinning
ask if
black
there's a
circle
subject
on the
matter.
black background. No.
That's true. I did. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, health insurance. That's right now. Personally, and with what's going on now, I'm getting a call from Calipatrita, California. Calipatria, Calipatrita. I would say that's how that's pronounced.
Well, I guess selling your phone number worked out for me.
Yes. How much am I getting from that besides the harassment of the phone?
You're getting half of what I'm getting.
Which is probably not a
0.
lot. Oh boy, I get half. I can't wait to tell Mrs. K. I'm getting 50% of Jeff's income. Long Dog says Calipatrita. Okay.
Oh.
I have no idea where it's at. I don't know anybody from there. If they don't leave a voicemail, then it was not important. That's how I handle those calls. If it doesn't come up as a contact or if it doesn't come up as a recognizable number, I ignore it. And then if I get a
I
voicemail,
closed
then,
out your tab and restarted it, and now it's all right.
yeah, we're still good. Both tabs are still showing live.
Well, it wasn't your end. This was my end.
CJ5 channel was just gifted a membership by Tony. Thank you, Tony. That is 6.
Nice.
I'll probably gift some off of Mrs. K's account tonight, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. And of course, I still have the 10 I can give away. I do that in increments of the 2 5s twice a month, once at the beginning, once at the end. Let's see how it goes. 23 minutes. There's not going to be overtime today. Calipatria. Okay. It's kind of out in nowhere land. Okay. Yeah, there's probably, I mean, it is the time of year for people to be scammed. It's all over the news. I mean, it's year round anymore, but it seems like at Thanksgiving and Christmas it ramps up a little bit more because that's just the way that it is.
I hadn't thought of that, but that's probably what happened to our friend who shall remain nameless.
Yeah, I know. Suburb
Tony
of
just-
San Diego. But boy, now I lived in San Diego for 16 years, and I'm trying to think of a suburb that was called that. Of course, it could be new. I mean, could be
Tony
something.
just gave away another membership.
Yeah, really.
Boy, he's been good about that.
BH Ringer says, "Hi Ken, thanks for the membership, Tony." Thank you, Tony, for BH Ringer. Tony did leave, which was good. Good to see him. Chris Garrett wants to know what's going on. I'm filling in for Doug.
What's going on?
One of the homies suggested it. He shall remain nameless.
Yeah, this is
Wasn't me, although truth be known, I had considered it prior to the idea. That was
since
just
you
a
got
little
Zoom on-
push.
Yeah, since you got Zoom on, we can't really call this the Ken Bet show.
Oh, sure we can. In fact, let me write that down. I'll start titling it that way. Keith said, I received 2 texts today from USPS saying the package. Yeah. I haven't gotten those in a while, but
I
I've
get
gotten
those
them
about
in the
twice
past.
a month. A lot of
Probably in San Diego County. You know, I wonder if that little city is located east of San Diego going out, what's Highway 8, I think it is, that runs over to Arizona. There's a lot of little towns in there when you go out Highway 8. Beautiful drive, by the way, if you like driving in the mountains. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Driven it many times. Really don't have anything to say. I am not going to go into overtime. Now watch 20 minutes from now. Got to keep it within the tradition, don't I?
when you look it up on Google Maps, Calipatria or whatever it is, it shows city limits of divided into 3 small rectangles that are separated, which
I
is
see
kind of
that.
weird.
There's Verdant and yeah.
I'll Google it after a
Estelle.
bit.
Yep. So,
Huh. Yeah, I'll Google it later on. Now the
Pretty far
audio's
south.
kind of low. I think that's because I only had the one earbud in, but I just jacked the audio way up for me. It shouldn't affect what's going out over YouTube at all. Or would it? I don't know. Let me go see. Once somebody on once somebody on Zoom says something, no, it stayed the same, so that's good. Yeah, I have OBS pretty much tuned in the way that I like it. I haven't gotten any audio complaints from YouTube in a while now, so I don't mess with that. The only thing I do from time to time is I will mute things, but otherwise I just leave it exactly what it is. And now that I've determined a way to use OBS to record and get the audio, I've got it dialed in pretty doggone good. Now, I just lost Firefox. Not that it went away. I mean, it went away. It's still running. I just hit it somehow. So let's wrap up the first annual Tuesday, Thursday on a Thursday thing. We'll see how it goes. 14 people are currently watching. I have no idea the number of likes. Would appreciate a like, though. That's what the algorithm. 8, that's 50%. Half of 14 is 7. This is now a math channel. Next thing you know, we're going to be doing spilling. We'll start out with an
As long
easy
as we
one.
don't ask south of the Mississippi to do your math.
Yeah. Yes. No. Let me tell you, I just came across this on the internet. There's a guy that ate breakfast every day. See everybody tonight at 10 o'clock, and I'll see you tomorrow on Nugs at noon my time. Thank you for being here. Thank you again, Tony, for the 6 memberships gifted out. Thank you, Rick, for the $5 super chat to the channel.
Welcome.
It is very much appreciated. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. We need another Jeff. We need. This is my brother Jeff, and my other brother Jeff, and my other brother Jeff.
Three Jeff Kateers.
First
Oh, we
annual,
gotta
so
get a
this will
couple of
happen again
Daryls
next
in.
year. Oh wait,
Daryl
Keith brings
back.
a good point out. If it's annual, does that mean it's yearly?
Yeah.
Good point. Mike Wojak was in chat. Hello,
Wintermute
Mike.
said goodbye, Ken.
Well, let's figure out what this is going to be. I will be back with this next Tuesday. Everybody's going groan, sigh. Oh no. That'll be back tomorrow.
It could be an annual one for the Thursday and an annual one for the Tuesday. So you could just have 2 and then wait a year and do 2.
Yeah, I see what you guys are trying to do here. It's 12:29. You're trying to get me into overtime. I see this. Speaking of annual, there will be a second annual 12-hour debacle, December 31st into January 1st, January 31st. It's going to be a month long. Whoa. Bye, everybody. Thank you, homies. You want to join us? Shoot me an email. You know.